And welcome to Dwyer Stadium, the Batavia Muckdogs taking on the Niagara Falls Americans here on this now beautiful Friday afternoon. It started off gloomy. Had to answer the phone calls, answer the fans. Hey, are the Muckdogs playing? In fact, they are. Here we go. We're ready to play ball. I'm Grayson Natale. Alongside me, Jarrett Campbell. Jarrett, how are you doing today?
That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing absolutely fantastic right now. Right now we are seeing two teams that are on a little bit of a winning streak right now. Niagara Falls are on a 3-game winning streak, beating the Jamestown Skunks yesterday 9-8, while the Batavia Muckdogs are on a 7-game winning streak right now. Yesterday they had a rainout going to Olean. We were on that bus, got there halfway, and they called the game. So they're hoping to continue that win streak tonight against the Niagara Falls Americans.
We'll see if those streaks continue. The Batavia Muckdogs are hot, just like you said, the Niagara Falls Americans as well in their 3-game win streak. But the Batavia Muckdogs, they have been doing it in all sorts of ways, close calls or pure domination. If you go back 2 games ago, they had the close call against the Geneva Red Wings, who have only won 1 game so far in the season. But besides that, they're 1-10. They're at the bottom now, falling below the Pirates. But that was a game that was going either way. And then we go to the other sides of the script, where we see them beat the Niagara Falls Americans just back on June 15th in a 8-inning game, 15-3. So it's going to be maybe a good coin toss of, we'll see if we get heads or tails. It could be close or it could be not. We have a track record so far. They're 2-0 against Niagara Falls Americans. So that also dating back to June 5th, where they won 5-4. So we'll see if that streak continues for the Muckdogs. But on the other side, they look to keep their winning streak going.
And Grayson, one thing you could definitely say is that it depends on how the momentum starts. In this winning streak right now, we have seen the Batavia Muckdogs in the first few innings score a ton of runs in the start of the game. So by the time the pitching comes in and they start to get confident, they can just keep those games going. Obviously, one of the big talking points was that Genesee Red Wings game, where apparently there was a total of 31 walks for both teams, which obviously led to a 14-12 game, or Geneva Red Wings. And then, of course, it was also it's a very hit-friendly kind of baseball field, very short. A lot of home runs happened that game. But we saw in the Auburn double days where Gavin Chandler came in and just absolutely threw a gem of a game. Tonight, Jake Sliz is on the mound. Now, going back to that Newark Pilots game, he had arguably one of the best pitching performances so far this season. He's hoping to continue that today against the Niagara Falls Americans.
We'll see if that goes to it. And speaking of Jake Sliz out there on the mound, we're going to get started with your lineup. We'll get that going right now. Here we go. For the Muckdogs, starting things off is going to be Glenn Brooks, Jalen David, and Jackson Inman. On the other side, for the Niagara Falls Americans, Jackson Bauer, David Harris, and Matthew Ganchow. The next 4 for Batavia, Evan Brock, Cooper Romick, James Quintero, and Cooper Russell. And on the other side, Miguel Salcido, Christian Mikulski, CJ Snuzz, and I did skip Colin Price over there. But Batavia, the final 3, Jalen Rowe, Kyle Vaughn, and Landon Hu. And for the Niagara Falls Americans, Thomas Marcotte, Ryotera Munakata, and Anthony Savino. And on the mound, like you said, Jacob Sliz. He's making another debut here for the Batavia Muckdogs. So far, he has 3 appearances. He has a win registered to his name, 2-game start, so this will be his 3rd. Pitched a total of 10 2/3 innings, 6 hits against 6 runs, 4 of those being earned, 7 batters walked, 19 strikeouts as well. So we'll throw up more information on Sliz on the screen. You can see there his ERA, a solid 3.38. So we can hear in the background they're going through the opposing lineups. Plenty of baseball to be about to get going. The one thing I was missing there is the Niagara Falls American pitcher, Josh Kendeffer, which we're not sure which number he's donning. He's both registered 48, 89. So we'll be able to confirm that, once we see them line up.
Later in the game, yep.
But for now, will have him registered as both. But this should be his debut. No registered stats for Candefer. We have seen back to that game, the June 15th game, the Americans signed someone that day and he made the start. So I'm not exactly sure if we're seeing a replication of that here, but no start information for Candefer either. He does have stats for fielding, so we can confirm he is not a new one. But we'll see, he's new to the mound. We'll see how he performs against a red-hot hitting Batavia Muckdogs offense.
Right, and going off of that lineup you said, they changed their lineup a little bit. Right now they have Glenn Brooks and Jalen David now leading off. One thing that these guys love to do is they love to have stolen bags. Glenn Brooks having 13, Jalen David have 14, and then you got Jackson Inman now batting third. He's been the hot batter right now, 17 at-bats, 5.29 average. And then you have Evan Brock. Now, we've had a ton of posts about him on social media right now, and that's because he's a hot batter right now. He's on an 8-game hit streak. He leads the league in batting average. He is second in RBIs right now, by the way, with his average being a 5.15 batting average with 33 at-bats and 21 RBIs. This team is going to start off hot early and hope that they can carry the momentum throughout this game.
We're going to see if things keep going. And just speaking of offense overall, we don't even have to look at the players hitting. It's a master class. That almost could be an understatement. Overall, from the batting average, they rank third, a solid 301. And in hits, they have 109 of 362 at bats. Other teams like the Amsterdam Mohawks, who rank first, have over 500 at bats. So, you know, some teams have different amounts in games played, and that's really playing into a factor where they rank, as you can see there. But 91 RBIs. They've been blocked 64 times. They have 17 doubles, 3 triples, which is good for first within the conference. Home runs, they have 6. That's also good for third. Only struck out 78 times. That's the least out of any team in the league. So when they come up to hit, that's most likely what will happen is a hit.
And Grayson, you can't even forget to mention about their stolen bases. Right now, they are second in the league with 59, and they've only been caught stealing 6 times. Like I mentioned in the game before, this is still going on. They average about 10 stolen bags a game. And right now, they are looking to continue that right now as, again, they're playing this Niagara team. Stolen bases, not really one of Niagara Falls' strengths. Obviously, they have 26 stolen bags. That is 10th in the league, and they've been caught stealing 7th. Batting average, they are 10th in the league. Earned runs, ERA, they are 12th. But this is before their streak. Obviously, if only we had the stats as these streaks are going. They are really scoring heavy runs right now, but they're also giving up a lot of runs. So if you're Batavia, you cannot let them score runs in order for this to be not a very close game.
Plenty of baseball right around the corner. That's our little pregame show here. The only thing I can add is the weather. We'll take one quick look. It's going to be a little gusty for today's game of baseball. The wind might influence these hits that reach the outfield. Other than that, not too much, just sunny and cloudy. And with that, we'll get off the air as we go through the national anthem. And when baseball's ready to resume, you'll hear our voices once more. But until then, we'll see you in a second. First pitch, moments away. Here we have our honoree to throw at the first pitch. But again, baseball is ready to be played. We got rain and now sunshine. So we're all set up here. It looks like it's going to be a good day. And it looks like we're ready for baseball. We'll take one last look at the Batavia defense as they are currently taking the field. Jake Sliz, a name that we have mentioned quite a few times already, but he's on the mound. Cooper Romick over at catcher. James Quintero first base. Evan Brock second. Jalen David at short. And Jackson Inman for third. Landon Hoove over at left. Glenn Brooks center. Kyle Vaughn at right. And this is a clash of two teams on a hot streak. We're going to see what kind of explosive material comes out of this. We should expect this game to be good.
Yeah, that's right, Grayson. We're going to see what really happens in these situations because in the last few games, we have seen pitchers, especially on the Batavia side, come in, get the job done early in terms of taking the momentum, and then the batters just run with it perfectly, starting hot in these innings where the starting pitcher has less stress, and you can be a little patient with the bullpen. Obviously, they definitely still need that situation, as remember, all the way back in that Red Wings game, they used 5 bullpen arms. You still have that lingering a little bit. You still have a few more days, especially with breaking news. Sunday is now officially a doubleheader against the Olean Oilers. Game starts at 4, and then the second game's at 6:30. We will be on the broadcast for both of those games, but that game is going to be in the back of your mind in terms you are going to need those bullpen arms for that game. But right now, all that matters is this game.
All right, let's lead things off. Welcome to Batavia Baseball.
Turn it up, baby! Feel it on 3, 1, 2, 3! Let's go!
Here we go, and let's play ball. To start things off for the Niagara Falls Americans will be none other than Jackson Bauer. First pitch he sees is strike 1. A 1 count for Bauer. Pitch number 2, fouled off. So you can see right now in the field conditions that the mound and home plate, and dry as can be, we were on top of that. And a little difficulty getting the full tarp out there as everyone, all players, interns included, were trying to tug away at it and get it over all the dirt. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, just like that, Sliz.
And why not continue of what that performance you had against Newark? To give a little context here, Sliz pitched 5 innings in that game, had 2 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts. He's going to continue, hopefully, going to continue that performance today.
He leaves right where he left off. Now up in the box, though, David Harris. That one outside, down low. 1-0 count. Yeah, the tarp, you can see on the outskirts, it's a little more muddier. So it might want to see if it comes into play with some ground balls, if the players are set a little deeper. But fouled off, count moves 1-1.
And Grayson, David Jarrett right now has played 9 games. He started 9. He's batting a .387 right now with 31 at-bats with 12 hits, 4 RBIs, and a triple.
That's ball 2, 2-1 count. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2-2, 1 out. Sliz looking to get another. Fouled off. So count remains 2-2, no change there.
So just for a correction, my bad on this, David Harris doesn't have a triple. He has a double. Sorry about that, folks.
2-2 now for David Harris. He's positioned over at center field for the Americans. Here's the pitch, and that one upstairs in the attic. Now we've reached full count. Payoff loading. The dugout getting ready for this. The payoff. That one sent over to a sliding attempt from Evan Brock. Not able to get it. He's positioned at second base. That one sent towards the bag. He was able to bat it down, but a single for David Harris.
And Grayson, I like how he was early with trying to make that play right there, especially with a diving one where he could have had a catch there. But also, it's the early part of the game, get a little comfortable in your situation. Obviously, if the ball hit the ground, and we still would have had a close play, but you could have gone either way with that play.
And now Sliz, left-handed pitcher, so he's going to have that opportunity to stare down at first. Matthew Ganschow in the box, swinging a miss off a nice heater. Makes it strike one, 0-1 count. I mean, it's going to help that maybe the dirt's a little softened up from the rain and moisture. Fouled off, 0-2 count. So maybe it might make it a little more comfortable for Evan Brock there, but can't imagine landing on dirt is all the best of like memory foam, as I can attest. It's not fun.
If you know, you know, folks.
0-2 count, though. Sliz, double take at first, sends home outside up high. Wasn't able to get the action he wanted. Started off a little too high, couldn't have the ball brought down. That's ball number 1, 1-2. Sent high to shallow left. Who's got it? There's 5 Muckdogs, and it's going to be Jalen David. On the snag, that's the second out, just like that. The fly out from Ganschow. Now up Colin Price. He's positioned over right field, number 11 for the Americans.
Grayson, right now, Colin Price has played in 7 games. He started in 5. He's had 10 at-bats with a 200 average, with 2 hits and an RBI.
First pitch he sees. Carves that inside part like a pumpkin. That's 0-1. In the steal attempt, that one sent over to right field. That's going to get down. It's going all the way into the corner of the extension of foul territory. And no throw in time, and that's a triple. Off 2 outs, Colin Price able to put the Americans on the board first. A little extension over there behind the dugout, or excuse me, the bullpen from the visitor's side, and the ball just perfectly curved over towards right field, landed probably in play by a good 5 feet, and then trickled out over there. So for Batavia, their right fielder, Kyle Vaughn, he had to do a quite long jog to get to the ball by the time he had it. Colin Price was already turning 3.
Grayson, you also got to give credit to the third base coach over there who stole the bag right there. Honestly, if he didn't steal right there, we would probably still see him at third and it'd be a stand-up double. But because of that hit and run situation, they're now up 1.
He did get that early start, but now in the box with an 0-2 count is Miguel Salcido. Number 24, the second baseman for the Americans. He's looking at an 0-2 pitch incoming from Sliz. Over on third, Colin Price, of course, after the triple, they have now the score 1-0. So Niagara Falls Americans fouled off. We'll rinse and repeat. Niagara Falls Americans, they're 6-7 on the season. They've won 3 straight, so they were 3-7, and it was looking a little gloomy. So far, again, plenty of baseball to be played. They're trying to dig themselves out of a rougher start than they could have liked. So far, it's paying off and showing in this game. That one outside won't favor the umpire's liking. 1-2. If we look at recent games after this 1-2 pitch, Sliz delivers, and there we go. That's more of a slice that the umpire will like, and that's another strikeout. That one done looking for Miguel Salcido, courtesy of Jake Sliz. But that brings an end to the top of the first. Your score, 1-0. Niagara Falls Americans lead. We'll have to look at the Rebels to get things going against the dark side. We'll be back in just a second.
I'd like to withdraw some Muckdogs, please.
Muckdogs?
Realistically, I can't withdraw Muckdogs here. But what I can do is do all my banking through Tompkins Bank, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs. I gotta get back to picking up my Muckdogs.
Here in Batavia, hard work and community goes hand in hand. That's why the Batavia Muckdogs are a proud partner with Farm Credit East, helping support the people of Western New York grow.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Bottom of the first, here we go. But first, that's saying it too many times. We'll look at the Niagara Falls Americans defense. On the mound, it's going to be Josh Candeffer looking at the wrong side. Over at catcher, that's CJ Snuzz. First base, Thomas Marcotte. Over at second, Miguel Salcido. Over at short, Anthony Savino. Third, Christian Mikulski. For your outfield, left fielder, Jackson Bauer. Center fielder, David Harris. And at right field, Colin Price. That makes up the Niagara Falls American defense. So Candeffer, we can confirm, is number 48. I don't think that's going to change too many things for your viewing experience, but someone keeping track of the scorecard, and always like to have the numbers right and ready. But right and ready is Glenn Brooks, number 20, your center fielder for the Batavia Muckdogs. Here we go. They're going to try to respond to a quick 1-0 lead that the Americans have built.
Grayson, Glenn Brooks is the only person that has played in every game, started in 10. He's had 38 at-bats with a 421 average, 16 hits, 2 doubles, 3 triples, 2 home runs, and 10 RBIs. You can't forget about that 13 stolen bags also.
A 1 count, and that one takes a hit to Glenn Brooks. He's got to be checked a little. No, he's okay. That's a hit to the helmet, and that's going to maybe ring him up a little.
That's what helmets are for.
So you can say that. Even if comes Skips, just checking on his player to make sure he's all right.
Yep,
He's
kids,
okay.
head injuries are a very scary thing, and that's why you wear helmets, no matter if it's just at batting practice or an actual game. Safety matters.
You're right, and he's going to get the hit by pitch registered to his name. He now stands over on first. So up to bat, Jalen David, position at shortstop today, number 50. We've seen him all over the place. Useful utility player for a reason. Jalen David shows bunt. The first go, it's sent back to the pitcher. The play at first, not in time. Or in time, wow. Wow. Excuse me, no.
But a positive with that, though, is that Glenn Brooks went all the way from second to third. So now we're getting an early scoring opportunity for the 3-hole hitter that is Jackson Inman.
So the sack bunt does not work. I'm surprised. That one well dribbled over back to the pitcher, Ken Deffer. He had a little delay reacting and getting there. But I thought, that's why you heard me call. I thought he got there in time. But no, 1 out now for Jackson Inman. Takes strike one, 0-1 count. But like you mentioned, Glenn Brooks now over at third, able to steal 2 bags. He wanted a lot. And he got it. That was the one thing I was going to mention is Glenn Brooks and Jalen David and Co are 2 speedster, and they're at the top of the lineup for a reason. Fouled off behind us. Count now quickly, 0-2 for Inman. Jackson Inman on the season batting a .529. 17 at-bats. 5 games started, 5 games played. 9 runs, 9 hits. 10 RBIs as well. Only striking out 3 times. He does have a home run. That dating back to Geneva. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 3. So 2 outs now for the Americans defense as they try to hold Glenn Brooks to being left on. But Evan Brock, the leader in batting average for the league. He's now up and he's scary to face. Batting average of .515. Of course, mentioned Jackson Inman batting a .529, but you have to have certain requirements met.
Certain amount of games, yep, and at bats.
That one won't find it.
And
Pitch
Grayson,
outside, count now 1-0.
Grayson, we can't forget, you always call him Mr. Consistent because in 33 at-bats, like you mentioned, that .515 batting average, he's got 17 hits, 2 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, and 21 RBIs. Like we mentioned in the pregame show, that is second in the league right now.
Ball inside, moves to count 2-0. You got to remember, it's Mr. Reliable. Mr. Reliable is his name.
You can have Mr. Reliable, have Mr. Consistent.
Strike 1, that one getting the high end of the box, 2-1. 17 hits on the season, leads the team. In second, Glenn Brooks. In third, Jalen David. So top of the lineup is really stacked. Inside, 3-1. He's tied with Glenn Brooks for total bases, so he's not as much of a stealer as he is gaining bases just through using his bat alone. He also has a home run on the season, also dating back to the Geneva Red Wings matchup just a few days ago. And ball 4 outside, puts runners on the corners. I don't think that one's too shocking, knowing that Ken Deffer had that in mind. He probably had to go into this game knowing I'm about to face off against the leading batting average player, player with the highest batting average in the league, Evan Brock, and can't miss number 11 when he stands in the batter's box. But now up, Cooper Romick, your catcher for today, number 47. He's got a good situation, but 2 outs to play. We'll see how the cards fall into place. A strike registered down low. 0-1.
Grayson, there's a very interesting situation that you could have, especially with 2 outs. You got runners in the corner again. Evan Brock does have 5 stolen bases right now. I really wonder if he's going to try to steal a bag in this situation.
Sent right back to Campbell. That gets over second base directly, and a run brought in. The Batavia Muckdogs are on the board. It's all tied back up, 1-1.
They didn't even need to steal a bag. Sometimes you just get it done with your bat yourself, and now we got runners at first and second.
Campbell getting tested. That one sent straight back at him. He had to just turn around and throw his glove on his back. Didn't get lucky, and it goes right over second base. And that's a single for Cooper Romick. Now up, James Quintero. First baseman, number 16. Ball 1, 1-0 count. Quintero on the season, batting a clean 300. He's appeared 6 times, all those being starts, 20 at-bats, 3 runs, 6 hits. You can see over at second right now. Sent high over to left field, and foul. So back to the batter's box. Quintero will go. I'll go back to my script that I was reading. 6 hits, 3 runs. He also has a home run. Again, Geneva Red Wings, that is their best performance in terms of home run. 3 per that game alone.
It was a fun game to watch, too, even though, again, we always got to mention it was 4.5 hours. Had a fun little time up in the press box. But it was a really good game to watch.
4.5 hours of baseball. Who wouldn't want that? And that's pitch number 2, 1-2. Or 1-2. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doubting myself. Comes naturally now. I say it so fast that I try to catch a mistake or something, and no, it's working out. 1-2 pitch incoming. Deals and fouled off. Count now. Doesn't change. 1-2. You can see over on second, Evan Brock. He's taking a huge lead out there. He's trying to play with Campbell. Seemed to work there. Brock did slip for a moment, it seemed. No throw there. No one's covering second. Again, 2-out situation. Deals home. Quintero, swing and a miss. And that's another strikeout for Campbell, but that brings an end to the first inning. Your score was 0s. It's now 1s for each team. Heading to the top of the second, leading off for the Niagara Falls Americans, Christian Mikulski. We'll be back to see how things go for your American buddies. We'll be back in a second.
Order for the Batavia Muckdogs.
Feeding the pack.
Gotta feed the pack.
Go dogs.
Go dogs.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
You said what now? Yep. Thank you. Three's in for 18. David Harris. Thank you.
Sixth in the order, the third baseman, number 7, Christian Mikulski.
At the top of the second, underway, starting things off, Christian Mikulski. Your third baseman for the Americans as he sees pitch number 1 carved inside yet again. Sliz gets the count to go 0-1. The 0-1 pitch will move it to 0-2. That one favoring the lower end and able to get it to drop.
Grayson.
Right now, Mikulski still hasn't gotten the bat off his shoulder. Sliz is dealing yet again.
Grayson Mikulski's had a 308 batting average. He's played very heavily in this winning streak with 13 at-bats, 4 hits, and just 1 RBI right now. A lot of his hits are obviously some singles.
Ball number 1, 1-2.
Sliz now for the pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. Another one, that's 3 already for Sliz. Quite the literal definition of picking up right where you left off.
Carrying off that performance is 100% true right now. He did this in Newark too, where he had this unbelievable start and he was able to carry it right now. And so far, he's following the same trend in this game.
Now what? Number 34, CJ Snuzz. Catcher for the Americans. And pitch number 1. Down low, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Sliz to deal. Too far inside. 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Off the 2-2, Sliz to deliver inside, full count to up high as well. Now it's full count, payoff pitch loading. And that won't go Sliz's way. Just a hair off the outside mark he was looking for. And that puts Snuzz at first with a walk. Up to bat now, Thomas Marcotte, position at first base, number 19 for the Americans. Jake Sliz to deal pitch number 1. Fouled off, count goes 0-1. Thomas Marcotte on the season has appeared 5 times, started 4, 12 at bats, batting average of only .083. He has 1 hit, no runs, RBI, struck out 5 times. So maybe not the start he was looking for. A pitch towards the attic, a little higher than that. That one probably got away. 1-1.
Grayson, a lot of times, especially with like winning streaks, they usually carry off in terms of like the players and stuff, because then you finally start to get those wins. You start to get that confidence up. So now hopefully these people with these low averages can hopefully get it going for their team also in this winning streak.
Swing and a miss, moves count 1-2. Sliz to deal, swing and a miss, or fouled off. No. Went reaching and able to hang on to it by a hair. That one really didn't sound like a foul ball and had me fooled, but again, when you have an umpire and a catcher in a way, it's not entirely clear if it's foul. 1-2.
I'm expecting a fastball here. Here we go.
Sent over to short. Jalen David able to pick it up. No. Drops it. The throw in time at first. Not in time. Had my words backwards there. The throw to first. Not in time. Unfortunate. Tried to pick it up. Hit his glove. Bounced out.
First play of the game. You got your first play jitters right there. You look past it. Obviously, like you always say, be a goldfish. Go and get the next one.
That'll go down as an error against Jalen David. It's 2 on now for the Americans. Strike 1, though. For now in the box, Ryotaro Munakata. Extra hitter, number 33. And a pitch that, to the dismay of the crowd, goes for ball number 1, 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
And Grayson Munakata is batting a 300 average right now in 3 games played, 3 starts, 10 at-bats. He's got 3 hits, and he's also got 3 RBIs right now.
And there you go. Strike 3. One looking for Munakata. And that's 2 outs now. 2-1 is the position Anthony Savino will take on. Shortstop number 22. He'll round things off for the first go-round of the batting order for the Americans. On the season for Savino, he's batting a 130, 7 games started, 7 appeared. His pitch number 1 dealt to him. Sent high over to shallow right. Who's got it? There's 3 in the area. And that's Kyle Vaughn on the snag. And that brings an end to the top of the first. No more damage done. Your score, 1-1. 1 error on that. 2 runners left on for the Americans. That brings an end. We're moving to the bottom of the second. Starting things off for Batavia will be Cooper Russell, followed by Jalen Broke and Kyle Vaughn. But we'll be back to see those 3 go up, and hopefully it won't go down. We'll be back.
I'd like to withdraw some Muckbucks, please.
Muckbox?
Realistically, I can't withdraw Muckbucks here. But what I can do is do all my banking through Tompkins Bank, an official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs. I gotta get back to picking up my Muckbucks.
Here in Batavia, hard work and community goes hand in hand. That's why the Batavia Muckdogs are a proud partner with Farm Credit East, helping support the people of Western New York grow.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second. A few defensive changes for the Niagara Falls Americans. On defense, over in left field, that's going to be number 3 now, Dominic Zingardi. Over at center, that's number 1, Jackson Bauer. He was positioned at left field. He's now been sent to center. Zingardi comes out of the dugout. And over at right field is Colin Price. He was still in right field. I don't know why I mentioned David Harris has been removed from center field. So, 1 man removed, David Harris, number 18. 2 rotational pieces for the outfield. Other than that, that doesn't change. The results for Batavia, they help to keep things swinging. Cooper Russell, the extra hitter, number 1. He's up to bat. First pitch he sees, very close to comfort on that inside part. 1-0. Cooper Russell in the season fouled off, 1-1. He's a batting average of .571, so very impressive. Only 7 at bats though, 7 runs, 4 hits, 2 RBIs, struck out twice in his 3 starts and 4 games played. The 1-1 pitch. Hold on, a little disagreement. It seemed like hit by pitch from Cooper Russell at home, but instead a play that got knocked in. You could have 3 results. You could have foul. You could, because it seemed like it was either foul at first, then Cooper Russell started taking his gear off, so it looked like a hit by pitch, and then Zingardi played it out.
I think it all depends on what they're going to call in this check swing, and they're going to call it hit by pitch. So
Okay,
the
that's
runner
what
goes to first.
That's what I thought, and I meant Candeffer there, not Zingardi. But Candeffer played it out. Smart to still play it out, but he is awarded first base. Home plate umpire making the call.
Yep, it all definitely depended on like that check swing right there. Obviously, if he went, even though it hits his hand, the ball is still in play. So that would have been an out. But because he check swinged and he didn't go fully through, it's a hit by pitch. Runner goes to first. And now there's that conversation just for confirmation for both coaches.
Now 1 runner on over at first. That's Cooper Russell. Jalen Roque, designated hitter, number 24, comes to the plate on the season for Jalen Roque. He's batting a .250. 7 games played, 7 of those starts. So the first pitch he sees, outside, 1-0 count. 20 at-bats, recorded 5 hits, 7 runs, 4 RBIs, 5 total bases. Has not gotten anything higher than a single just yet, so he's probably in search of that. Down low, pickoff attempt at first. Not there. Cooper Russell aware of the catcher's trickery. No good, but 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch. The pickoff attempt over at second after the stolen bag. He won't be caught. Not the pickoff, but the throw attempt towards second. Clarification there. Using the right phrasing. 3-0 count, though, for Roque and Cooper Russell over on second.
And that's now Cooper Russell's second stolen bag right now. With a 3-0 count, you got a runner in scoring position. Have a chance to work some magic here.
3-0 count. Stare down at second. Nothing there. Swings on the 3-0 count. That one sent sky high into foul territory. That was going to be my question before we saw the delivery. If he had the green light. Kind of had our answer. Fouled off. 3-1 count.
Yeah, I think that's that first green light in a while right now. We usually see the batter take a pitch. But right there, Jalen Roque was feeling it.
The 3-1. Delivery outside. And that's ball number 4 and a walk for Jalen Roque. Now up though, Kyle Vaughn, your right fielder, number 22. So 2-1, no outs. It's the situation that Kyle Vaughn will be placed in, and it's a good one.
Grayson, Kyle Vaughn has played in 6 games. He's starting in 5. He's batting a 167 average right now and 12 at-bats, having 4 hits, 2 being doubles, and 2 RBIs.
See how that plays into effect here. Kyle Vaughn shows bunt, places it down the third baseline perfectly. The throw at first too high. That's going to bring in 1. And Roque held up at third, so 1 more. Cooper Russell scores. And on top of that, Kyle Vaughn reaches the second off the error throw.
Grayson, a lot of times with those bunts, you want it, if it's in play, you want to hit it to the pitcher because he's not used to those ground kind of plays, and he's got to make that throw quickly because Batavia Muckdogs have speed on this lineup, and obviously he threw the ball too high in that situation. We're going to be keeping an eye on that for the rest of the game to see where they keep bunting the ball, but that's twice where it went to the pitcher, and twice there was 2 close plays.
Was a very well-placed bunt on top of that. It's Landon Hu, your left fielder, number 9, swing and a miss for first pitch, 0-1 count. But very perfectly placed bunt down that third baseline. And I think he would have beaten it out if that throw was on target. But just little bonus base for everyone as that was too high. And pitch number 2 is strike number 2 against Landon Hu. So no outs, 0-2 count for Landon Hu. Delivery, fouled off, rinse and repeat.
Grayson, this is another thing that we mentioned in the pregame show, but we got to mention it again right now. They are first in terms of a team being strikeout with 78, which means they're a team that doesn't strike out a lot. They are a team that likes to fight counts. Their only option is that they want to get a hit in this situation, whether it's in play or out for an actual hit, but they just don't strike out often.
Swing and a miss, and that's not good timing on what you were saying, but a strikeout.
Should have knocked on wood. I should have knocked on wood right there. Gave it a commentary jinx.
That's the first out here for the Americans defense. We've reached the top of the lineup. Glenn Brooks, he's back up. You got to see some birdies. His first at-bat hit by pitch, one up near the helmet. Not near, but made contact with the helmet at that. He has a fresh count, 1 out, 2 runners on. And that one, wow. That one almost like duplicated, deja vu, and I don't think Glenn Brooks or anyone from the Batavia side like that, as much as the dismay from the crowd, too.
Nah, he instantly hit him with a stare down right there. He just does not want to get hit again, especially after getting 1 straight in the helmet.
The 1-0 pitch. Sent over to left. Able to get underneath it. The tag up towards home. Thrown to the cutoff man at short. That's another run for the Batavia Muckdogs, so the sac fly works. Your score now.
A little bit of correction. That was over in center field, not left field.
Oh, did I say left? But thank you. The score now, 3-1.
But we got the run, 3-1.
It's 2 outs. Jalen David, number 50. Had the sack bunt.
Grayson, I can tell you also made that mistake right there. That sun is hitting us straight in the eyes right now. If you told me today that 2 hours ago we had pouring rain and we would still have this game, I would think you were crazy.
It was very well questioned if we'd be playing today. Swing and a miss. Count now moves 0-2. Jalen David with the bunt in his first at bat. Didn't play out how he wanted to. The timing called from the umpire over at first did not play his cards right. He's called out by a hair. But the 0-2 pitch sent in play. No. Called foul. Hovered above third base and trickled a little too far to the left. Skips wanted that one fair, but the home umpire He makes the call, and that's foul. So rinse and repeat the 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, and that one sent between center and right, shallow. And that's one more run. The single from Jalen David brings in his teammate, Kyle Vaughn.
And Grayson, right now the wind is actually playing like a huge factor right now. Just when you hear off that sound off the bat, you would think it would be close to the wall. But instead right now the wind took it to where it was literally close to the second baseman. So we might see teams try to be a little more passive in their hits, try to maybe get some slap hits going that are just going to barely be in the outfield.
That one trickled over the second baseman, just reaching the outfield grass between center and right. Now up to bat, Jackson Inman. And that pitch got away from the catcher. I didn't even notice it with the sun. Trickled out in front of the batter's box and almost in play like territory. That's why I didn't really see it. And that's a stolen base for Jalen David. No one was really even ready for that over at second. I don't think they even realized that the ball got away that far. But the 1-0 pitch now, Jackson Inman. Jalen David going. Play at 3. Knocked down by the third baseman, not in time. Now Jalen David, that's another stolen base to his credit. So he stands on third. The count 2-0 for Jackson Inman. And that one hangs over the plate, 2-1. Sent high, fouled off, 2-2. So to have a chance to bring Jalen David home, Jackson Inman looking to just get on base. Can't get a fly out here or an out, really. That one goes without saying. The 2-2 pitch delivery. Fouled off, rinse, repeat. The 2-2. Fouled off. Able to get a little bit of a chunk of it to stay alive. That's too high, full count. Full count, payoff, incoming. Delivery, sent, gets by the second baseman, trickles out to right field, and add one more for the Batavia Muckdogs. 5-1 is your score.
Yeah, Grayson, strikeouts are just not an option with this team. Having an 0-2 count, fought all the way back to a full count where he got his hit past the second base line. This team just fights at bats to get these long pitch counts and still finds ways to get hits.
Now up, Evan Brock Pickoff attempt over at first does not work. Evan Brock walked in his first appearance at the plate. First pitch down in the basement, 1-0. Pickoff attempt. No. So right now, seems like Ken Deffer, he doesn't want to deal to Evan Brock, and he wants to find an easier way to get an out. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. And Brock on the season only struck out 5 times while being at the plate 33 times. I'm going to knock on wood after saying that statistic. But it's definitely difficult to have him not make contact. As he makes contact, gets by the third baseman, goes out to left. And now he's on first. On cue from Brock with a single.
Man, his hitting streak is insane right now. He's now made it 9 straight games that he's had a hit right now. He's an unbelievable hitter.
Cooper Romick. Catcher, number 47. A single in his first plate appearance. Time called. And the catcher, Ken Deffer. So 2 outs, 2 runners on, second and first. First pitch dealt to Cooper Romick. No good. 1-0. Evan Brock over at first, Jackson Inman on second. Pickoff attempt at second. Dangerous. High throw there, but it's no good. Cooper Romick is also one of the many batters having a successful start to the season, batting a .318. It's pitch number 2. Nasty movement on that, able to bring it inside with the curve. 1-1. Romick, though, 7 game start, 9 played, 22 at bats, 6 runs, 7 hits. Runners going second, and they got Evan Brock going too. A little late start maybe hindered him there. Seemed to get late by the time the throw, but the throw in time brings an end to an agonizing start to this game for the Americans. It's 5-1, your Batavia Muckdogs leading. Top of the third, right around the corner. We'll stay on air. A little message from our sponsors. Go Health New York would like to remind you, has your child been tested for lead? The only way to know if your child has lead poisoning is to get them tested. All children should be tested at ages 1 and 2. Talk to your health care provider or the lead poisoning prevention staff from Genesee County Health Department at 585-344-2580, extension 5555. About a blood lead test for your child today, or for more information on transportation to get tested. And Mental Health Association would like you to know wellness on the go. WNGO offers mobile mental health supports through Medicaid managed care plans across Niagara, Genesee, and Orleans counties. Or for more information or to make a referral, call us at 585-345-0448. Two innings came and went. Top of the third, here we go. Starting things off for the Americans, number 1, Jackson Bauer. Second round of the carousel of the batting lineup. Sliz will quickly get ahead in the count, 0-1. Swing and miss from Bauer.
Carson, if you have a minute, stop up in the press box, please.
Pitch number 2 shows bunt. Able to get it back in time, 1-1. Pitch outside. And a nice pitch there, able to drop it down into the zone, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch sent. David! Wow! Jalen David extending the body. Snag in the air for the first out of the third inning. Took away any train of thought I had there. What a play on the infielder. I guess I should call him the utility player because he can really do it all, it seems. Now what though, number 3, replacing in the lineup for David Harris, Dominic Zangardi. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Dominic Zangardi on the season batting a .385. It's good for 6th on the team. 12 games played, so he's played in all of them. That one sent high within the infield. Looks to be over at second, Evan Brock, and Evan Brock able to get her done. Catches that one, that's the second out. 2 up, 2 down so far for this Batavia defense.
Why'd you leave it? Why'd you leave it?
Now up number 15, Matthew Ganschow. Fouled off, count now 0-1. The 0-1 pitch from Sliz. Check. You went 0-2. Two outs, 2 strikes. Sliz looking to do it himself. Inside. 1-2. That one trickling. Jalen David isn't able to backhand it. And that's a single for Ganchow. Tough play to make from Jalen David. One runner on now from the Americans. That one just able to find the crease in between second and third. Only a single though, so not too big of a hiccup. Colin Price, he's back in the batter's box after an outstanding triple that he sent deep to right field. Found that little unique extension, should I say, the extended foul territory over there by the visitor bullpen. Kyle Vaughn had to do a little bit of a jog to get over there, and by the time he had to look to throw to his cutoff man, Price was on his way to 3. First pitch won't find the zone, 1-0. Pitch number 2 fouled off. So 1-1 count, 2 outs, 1 runner on over at first. Sliz to Price. Gets that outside mark. Able to catch the edge or the framing of the Empire's batter box, 1-2. Set sky high and within the infield. Looks like Evan Brock will do it again on the infield pop fly. Brings an end to the top of the third. No run scored. 1 runner, left on base. Over at first. That brings an end. Your score, 5-1. Batavia still hangs on to a lead. We'll be back for the bottom of the third in a moment.
I'll take 1 million beers, please.
Nah, man, we don't have that. Here, try this.
What's this?
This is beer from Eli Fish, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
That's unbelievable. Thank you.
No problem, man.
I have what he had.
Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the YMCA. Let me show you around. They have free weights and machines here at their state-of-the-art gym. They also have open courts here. And after all those activities, you can come to the pool and cool off. Remember, folks, you can find all these activities here at Glow YMCA, Genesee County Branch.
Five-1 your score. Batavia Muckdogs leading in the bottom of the third. It's the first pitch. James Cooper Romick is able to see. Strike number 1, 0-1 count. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Oh, 2, Cooper Romick trying to get things going for the offense. They lead already 5-1. 1 run scored in the bottom of the first and 4 more in the bottom of the second. And hits off the knob of the bat for a foul ball. Don't really see that one too often. Outside. And that's strike 3. Looking for Cooper Romick. Ken Deffer records another strikeout to his name. James Quintero struck out in his first at bat. Time called before we see the first pitch, though. So 1 out. So that goes for ball 1, too high, 1-0 count. Apologies for the missing scoreboard last inning. For now, it's only me in the box. Jarrett Campbell is helping around the stadium with other tasks. 1-0 moves to 1-1. That one catching the outside. Trying to multitask here in the box. It's not as easy as it looks, but apologies on my behalf for that. 1-1. Up in the attic, count now 2-1. Ken Deffer sent to right field. That's going to get down. Going 1 and held up at first. James Quintero, a single. A nice slap that's able to reach the outfield grass. Right fielder from the Americans, Colin Price, able to make sure he gets in front of it so Quintero can't advance any further, but he's on first. And now up, Cooper Russell, hit by pitch. His first at bat as well. 2 hit by pitches so far dealt from Ken Deffer. Strike 1, a 1 count. That one barely fouled off, trickled down the third baseline. But no, 0-2 count for Cooper Russell. Definitely seeing the broadcast that the sun is playing well into effect. Clear as day. No, we've mentioned it once or twice, but it was torrential downpour earlier. And now it's like it never happened, but the sun playing into effect for all players alike in that one. It makes contact once more. So that's the third hit by pitch dealt from Ken Deffer, and the second one that Russell had to suffer from. So he stands on first, and Quintero now on second. Jalen Roque walked in his first plate appearance. He comes to a situation to 1 out, 2 runners on. Speaking of sun, that's going to be hard for left-handed hitters. You're staring right into it. Ball number 1, 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Swing and a miss once again. Moves the count to 1-2 against Roke. And a step off from Candeffer. Trying to keep an eye out there for Quintero at second. Trying to play a little mind games here or there. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout for Jalen Roke. And a strikeout dealt the hand of Candeffer. Kyle Vaughn able to get on base with the bunt. An overthrow moved him to second off an error. Swing and a miss, but 2 outs now. 2 runners still on. 0-1 count for Vaughn. Pickoff attempt here, second, gets through. Quintero does not move. Center fielder Jackson Bauer was at the ready there. Oh, 1. Fouled. Chopped down the third baseline. So 0-2 now. Candeffer seemed like it wasn't a great start. He had the strikeout against Romick, but then 2 brought on with a single from Quintero and a hit by pitch. Trying to put 2 up, 2 down to finish things off. And they're saying he leaned in off the hit by pitch from the home plate umpire. They're going to discuss this. He brought his arm in off the motion, and he's out. So strike 3. It's not going to play to the umpire's liking. Strikeout off the wild hit brings an end to the 3rd inning. Your score 5-1. Batavia still leading, of course. The Americans, with the game that we're 1/3 of the way done through, have to play catch up. We'll see if they can defy the 2 games that they've done so far. They need to break that streak and continue their own. But they've won 3 straight. Plenty of baseball to be played, though. We'll be back in a moment. So the 3rd comes to an end. We move on to the top of the 4th. Jake Sliz, of course, still out there. He's wheeling and dealing. But we'll take a quick look at the standings so far. If you notice something, your Batavia Muckdogs are on first at 9-2 with a winning percentage of .818. Jamestown Tarp Skunks, they've lost 2 straight. It's a big reason why. At 11-4, the Auburn Double Days fell at the hands of the Muckdogs only 2 days ago. When Batavia won 6-0. They are 8-3. They get a win. We can talk more about this in a second, but we're not going to distract you from the baseball. It's going on right in front of us. Your score again, 5-1, top of the fourth. Jake Sliz still wheeling and dealing out there in the batter's box, following a foul ball. Number 24, Miguel Salcido, with a 1-1 count. And here's my opportunity to welcome back Jarrett Campbell.
How's it going, guys? I'll tell you what, that kitchen here in Dwyer Stadium is a war zone. It's busy out here. People are ready for the fireworks, but don't worry, I'm back.
That ball down near the dirt gets underneath the legs of Cooper Romick. No harm, no foul, no one on. 2-1. Another one outside, 3-1. Sent between center and right. It's smoked out there. Able to get to the outfield grass, and that's a single for Salcido. Now up to bat for the Americans, Christian Mikulski. Struck out in his first appearance at the plate. That pitch to Mikulski is up in the attic. 1-0. Fouled off. So 1-1. One pitch from Sliz outside, moves count 2-1. Sliz right now on the day, he's in search of his 5th strikeout. Only recording 4 so far. Still not a bad number nonetheless. Fouled off 2-2. The 2-2 count, stare down at first, nothing there. Deals home. First strike, 3. And there's the 5th one, as mentioned just a second prior. Maybe a good curse there, but that's 5 strikeouts on the day for Sliz.
Once again, we're going to say this multiple times today. Just keeps carrying off that performance against Newark. He's got that off speed going really well right now, getting early in the counts with these 0-2s, 1-2s, and he's able to attack these batters to keep getting strikeouts.
Curve was the reason he got the out, CJ Snuzz. Now up to bat. One that had some heat on it. Moves the count 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Ooh. The outside part of the picture frame to the umpire, 1-1.
Definitely thought he had that outside corner right there.
Again, to the discretion of not us. But 1-1. That one, not as close as the last one. That one's outside. 2-1. Down near the dirt in the basement. Three one. The 3-1 pitch keeps it alive. It's full count. Owen, it's full count. Yes.
Strike out for Jake Sliz.
It's a strikeout for Snuzz and another number for Sliz in his favor. Pitch number 1 to Marcotte, 1-0. Strike 1, 1-1. Again, 2 outs for Marcotte at the plate. He's got only one of his teammates on. Sends that over to center and able to get underneath it. It's your prestigious center fielder, Glenn Brooks. And that brings an end. 3 outs to the top of the 4th. Still your score, 5-1. Batavia still leads. Nothing changes. Heading to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back where Batavia looks to add on. We're back for the bottom of the 4th, but before anything gets started, we're going to look at the schedule tomorrow at Niagara Falls. So we're playing them here, then we'll meet them there. Sunday, 21st, hosting Olean, and that's going to be now a doubleheader due to the rain delay on June 18th. So both times we went to play at Olean, they've been postponed due to rain. So to make up, we're going to bring one of those away games to the home field. So 2 tomorrow starting at 4:05, and then the next one at 6:30, whenever that game will end. 30-minute break. We'll resume play with a second game of baseball. So much baseball on Sunday, day off for your guys. Then on Tuesday at Auburn, 6:30, at Niagara, 6:30 on Wednesday, at Jamestown, 6:30. So 3 games straight on the road. Bring them back for Buffalo and Niagara. Doubleheader at 4:30 on Saturday. That also making up for a rain delay on June 14th. So that's an end of your schedule outlook, and we're back to baseball. Bottom of the 4th, starting things off. See the first pitch go by, and that's a good eye for Landon Hu. Strike one, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch comes in with a heater, able to get that outside part of the plate, 1-2. Sent foul over towards the home dugout. But 1-2 count. That's outside. Two. That one sent straight to first off the Batavia, and that's an out. So an unassisted play by the first baseman for the Americans, Thomas Marcotte, on that one. Well, back for the third ride, Glenn Brooks. Hit by pitch, sac fly. And now a to be determined. That's strike one. The 0-1 pitch for Glenn Brooks. Too high in the attic, 1-1. One brief moment here. One-two pitch. That's down low, 2-2. Oh,
There's a live stream right here. Nah, you're so good.
2-2 pitch. Drilled to left field over the third baseman. And that's a single for Glenn Brooks. Things happen when you're only right behind the stands down in front. That's exactly.
Don't worry.
Yep.
We got him. We got him. Had to mute the mics a little bit just to make the call for him. It's just nice to see sometimes the fans supporting for the Muckdogs, but we're broadcasting here.
Pitch number one for Jalen David. Strike one, 0-1 count. Fans love to be a part of the game, but got to stay away from the camera. Sent high. Glenn Brooks got to get back. Throw there, but he's back already. Able to park the car in the garage over at first. Only one out with the fly out towards right field.
Some good jobs. We appreciate it. Yep, we are trying our best here.
Jackson Inman. Strikeout. An RBI single. Now with his third plate appearance. Pickoff attempt to get Glenn Brooks. Nope. Won't get it.
You usually see these pickoffs when you have a threat over at first base. We all know Glenn Brooks has got the wheels for the stolen bases. Even on 2 outs, he loves to go for the stolen base.
And that's outside. 2-0. I mean, you have a threat at both the plate and at first base. Glenn Brooks in terms of base running and Inman in terms of hitting. Down low, the throw to second. Not in time Little collision there with the back foot of the shortstop. But the throw was not there nonetheless. Glenn Brooks now on 2.
Yep, Grayson, right now, this is the situation that you want, a 3-0 count here. Obviously, he has to fight back in this count. You also have Jackson Inman, who is one of the very hot hitters on this team with a runner in scoring position.
The pitch, able to catch that inside part of the glass framing, 3-1. The 3-1 fouled off. So, just like that, Candefer fights back. Gets a sticky situation to full count. That payoff pitch in just a moment. Glenn Brooks goes. That one's outside. And the throw is off the mark. Glenn Brooks, though, on his slide it in, bats it down. The catcher had to slide far outside. Excuse me, I guess.
It's a 3-2 count, full count.
Now it's full count.
Must have been 2-2. That's
a little misread from the umpire. Apologies for that. Swing and a miss. Unfortunate terminology from the broadcaster. That's me. Thinking we had runners on the corners. No. That's strike 3. Scoreboard said 3-2. I trusted it.
I don't know. I thought it was 3-2 too, so.
That's my own fault, though. I got to look at the umpire. But that's strike 3. That brings an end to the 4th inning. 5-1, though, are the Muckdogs lead. And heading to the 5th, still plenty of baseball to be played at Dwyer Stadium. We'll stay on air for our first little brief talking points. Again, we did look already at the standings. We'll get a better understanding and a more clear picture now on break. But Batavia Muckdogs hanging on to first place at a 9-2 record, winning percentage of .818. Jamestown in second, Auburn in third. Olean Oilers sitting at 7-5. They won 3 straight. They're sitting in 4th. We've missed out so far already 3 games with them. We had the doubleheader. Or excuse me, that would be 2 games. We do have one scheduled again on the 21st, and another one will be scheduled late July 17th, I believe is the date. July 17th should be that. I'll check it right now. July 16th. I had it, but July 16th is the projected makeup of the other postponed game. Elmira Pioneers at 5, Niagara Falls Americans at 6, Niagara Ironbacks at 7, Newark Pilots at 8, and the Geneva Red Wings at 9.
And Grayson, right now, we have a pitching change right now. Noah Nix is back on the mound. For anybody that does not remember, he got injured in the Elmira game, the first game of the season, and he hasn't seen pitching in a while. But today, he is finally back for the Batavia Muckdogs, as this will be his first relief appearance since that day in the first game.
So that will bring an end to Slizz's day on the mound. He ends up with 6 strikeouts, completing a full 4 innings. Right now, this is an impressive moment to see Noah Nix back out there. I think that's the thing a lot of people here are excited for. Got to give props to Slizz for a good outing, but Noah Nix making his second debut. Now up for the Americans, though, Rautero Moncada. Look over Nix in just a second. His first pitch. Lots of heat. Strike 1.
Gosh, it's good to see that back, especially when he got hurt in the Elmira game. A lot of people thought it was his shoulder. So seeing him back throwing heat, there's another pitch that is a strike. Got him with the slider there.
Oh, too quickly from that, Noah Nix. We'll talk about him in a moment. We're just going to wait to see if he can finish the job. Swing and a miss! And he does it. 3 pitches is all he needs to find comfort. And holy cow.
Tell your friends, he's back, baby.
But Noah Nix, he was injured in the season opener against the Elmira Pioneers at Elmira Friday, May 29th. So far, it's June 19th. It's been a total of, give or take, 3 weeks since we've seen him play in another heater. So he's bringing on the heat. You can see it right there, the way he's throwing this. That one won't find the box, though, but still, his mark is being left. Right-handed pitcher. He's a freshman from Salem, Illinois. Sent foul, 1-1 count in the box. For the Americans, that's Anthony Savino. Noah Nix, he's a tall guy standing at 6'5", 225 pounds. His one game appeared again at the season opener. He had the start. He only completed 1 full inning, fouled off again. The overhead 1-2. Again, his stats don't really show. Little struggle to start, but we have the tiniest of sample sizing with only 1 inning pitched. These numbers don't matter. This is basically a fresh start. 2-2 count for Nix. Sent over to center field. And Glenn Brooks able to play the cards right. He locates it in the shadow from the trees and able to avoid any sun collision with the ball, and that's the second out. Now up for the Americans will be the top of the lineup, Jackson Bauer. So the third carousel ride for the Americans. Jackson Bauer, strikeout and a flyout. Ball outside. Gotta like the heat we're seeing from Nick so far.
Especially with that slider right there. It's a good sign seeing it go all the way down. Second pitch.
Now that one. Again outside, but geez, these are whizzing by.
Some gas to them.
It's good to see because remember that first broadcast, you and me were more worried about setting up everything correctly. We were in a bunch. Never really got to see that first inning. This is like seeing his debut. This should be marked as his debut. 2-1. That's over the plate. Can't let that go by. 2-2.
Let's finish the job next. Come on.
2-2 count. 2 outs.
Have yourself a first inning back.
And the deal outside. 3-2 with the slider. Won't be able to catch it. Full count payoff.
Show him the heater for the punch out. Calling it now.
The deal outside. So that's ball 4 and a walk. Jackson Bauer stands over on first saying, Jerry, you got to remember, everyone's human. Everyone is human. Would have been exciting to see, but nonetheless, I like the start. Think like a goldfish. A walk isn't even that detrimental. I don't think that's going to affect his mental game too much.
I would have been out of my seat if that happened, though, giving him a round of applause and everything. It's just so nice to see a player that comes back from an injury where we're not sure when he's going to come back. Pitching
is that high over to left field. It's over and foul play. Caught!
Give him a round of applause. I don't know about you, Grayson. It's so happy to see Noah Nix back, and we also got to give credit to that to the Sliz performance. But right now, give a round of applause for Noah Nix right now. Give him his flowers, as it's nice to see him back as a broadcaster, especially with not knowing what that injury was the first game.
That brings an end to the top of the 5th. Just like that, Landon Who on that play with the flyout. To remind you, that was Dominic Zangardi with the flyout in that second plate appearance for himself. But brings an end to the top of the 5th. Noah Nix has his first strikeout to his name with that. But now Towards the hitting side, leading things off will be Evan Brock, Cooper Romick, and James Quintero will be back for more in just a second.
Yeah, both microphones. Yeah, that's my bad. I need to see the name again. I just cannot spell this guy's name. Or is it a new guy? He looks a lot shorter.
Nah, that's a different guy. Two. Player two.
Give me.
Player two is gonna be
Mitchell Canuel.
Got it. Yep.
And we are back, folks. What you missed right there is that now we got a pitch and change. Right now, it is number 2, Mitchell Canuel. He has 4 appearances right now with a 12 ERA. He's pitched in 9 innings, and he has, just a second, 3 strikeouts.
0-1 count from Canuel. And the box, just second, Evan Brock, swing and miss, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch outside to the other's batter's box, 1-2. Other batter's box. I don't know why. Whenever I say that on the broadcast, I always catch myself having a little lisp. But the 1-2 swing and a miss for Evan Brock. He's not happy with that. That's a strikeout for him, and that's a rare occurrence. But Cooper Romick, your catcher, he's back up. Single and a strikeout looking. Seen lots of pitchers. The list I'm looking at from the Americans, the first pitch. Ooh, able to get on the stepping stool from the basement. Catches that low end of the box. 0-1 frame. Pitch number 2 sent deep to left field. Wow.
That is
diving
caught.
snag with the catch. Zangardi able to make the play. Try to keep an eye on from here. You can see the sun. So from our view, it's not that much better, but impressive snag from Zangardi on the diving attempt, and he's able to get that one down. 2 outs for the Americans defense.
And Grayson, before the start of the season, even like the game that we watched the first time Batavia played Niagara, their biggest hole was definitely like they didn't have enough pitchers. So in these past few weeks, they've definitely tried to sign a few more pitchers.
Sent high, or excuse me, straight to short off the high bounce. And that's a quick single for James Quintero. It only takes 1 pitch for him to decide I like it. And the bounce got around the shortstop, trickled to the outfield, and he's on first. Cooper Russell will take on the situation of 2 outs, 1 man on, and a fresh count for him as he steps into the batter's box. First pitch he sees won't be in the frame. 1-0 on the outside part. That will get the corner. 1-1. Quintero has not had a stolen bag so far on the season. Sent to left field, and that's fair. That's going all the way to the wall. Quintero, he's got the signal to go home. It's at the cutoff. The plate. They got him. A throw from Zangardi hits his cutoff man, the shortstop. Savino able to get it to his catcher in the nick of time. Snuz with the tag brings Quintero not home, but with an out. That's 3 out. The 5th inning has come to a conclusion. Your score is still 5-1. Close play to add one more run does not play out how the Muckdogs envisioned. But nonetheless, 5-1 your score. The top of the 6th, just moments away. We'll be back for that. Top of the 6th, Noah Nix on the mound. 5-1 is your score, Batavia. The Americans not been able to bring in a run since the bottom of the 2nd. 3 straight scoreless innings from both teams. Either team just looking to put a number on that far scoreboard, all in hopes that they'll be the ones to do it. We'll see if the Americans can get that wish. Number 15, Matthew Ganschow, will be the first test. As we bring an end to the kids' run, release the hounds. They need to clear the fields before we can get things going. And we're ready. Noah Nix. Strike 1. 0-1 count. We need to get a radar gun. Don't you think?
I don't know.
That one sent over to third base, picked up off the hop. The play at first, in time.
Well, there is a radar gun all the way down there. Our main man, Gavin Chandler's running it right now. Maybe we should, some of these days, ask what are these pitchers miles per hour, because Noah Nix is just throwing some absolute heat right now.
Well, I know we had that, but I'm saying we want one. Like, I want my own that I can just, like, hold from here and I can say how fast these are throwing.
Well, we got a
fouled off, and that's out of play. 0-2 count, or excuse me, 0-1 count. Getting ahead of myself, but again, Inman on that play from the slap to him from Ganschow, Colin Price in the box, fouling the first thrown pitch at him over into the stands for a sweet souvenir. That one slapped to center field. Came off like a rocket. And that's a single for Price. So right now, coming up to the plate, Miguel Salcido, your second baseman for the Americans. Situation, he takes on one out, one man on. His brother and teammate, Colin Price at first. Noah Nix fouled off. 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch from Nix. Make that 0-2. See from the kids run, yes, this is a very packed house here. We have fireworks later on tonight. You'll be able to see those on stream towards the end of the game. But the 0-2 pitch from Nix fouled off towards the visitor's house. So rinse and repeat. A good saying that I've always stole from my old broadcaster back at SUNY Cortland. The 0-2 pitch from Nix. Fouled off. We'll do it again. I'll say it again. Rinse and repeat. Wow.
That would so we just found out that I'm not sure the full confirmation, but if it's 90 miles per hour, which honestly I think it might be, I don't know, I would not want to stand in the batter's box and that's with that pitch coming at me.
I believe it. And that one upstairs in the attic, 1-2. When he throws those heaters, there's no doubt in my mind that that statement of 90 plus sitting around there is clear as day true. 2-2 count.
I agree, and it's something I never would want to go into the box against.
See right now that the sun is set well behind the trees. It's getting a little dark on the broadcast. We're going to see if we can fix that up during the exchange of the inning. Runners going, fouled off. So what a fight right now from Salcedo. Maybe when the lights come on, that will fix that problem. Confirmed. Wow. Appreciate that one. But 2-2. Fouled off. Appreciate the assist in the broadcast, Dwight Chandler. So 2-2 yet again. Runners going. And the play is second. In time!
What a throw to his foot! And that's double play right there. The strikeout and the stolen base.
So 2 for 1. Brings an end to the top of the 6th. And Batavia, they're now in the batter's box. Your score still as always 5-1. We'll be back for more baseball in a second. Leading things off, Jalen Roque for Batavia slaps that one foul. All 1 count. That one sent over to second base, scooped up by the shortstop, and the play in time. What a lunge from first baseman Thomas Marcotte. So 1 out now. The ground out play, the assist. Anthony Savino on that put out. Now up to bat, Kyle Vaughn. Swing and a miss, and that one hits the umpire, so he's going to have to shake that one off. Fouled off, gets through the catcher and straight to the umpire, and seems to be okay, but just one of those where it knocks the wind out of you. And he's all right. Gets a little round of applause. And we get to continue playing ball. So the 0-2 down towards the dirt. Excuse me, 2-2. Swing and a miss. For Kyle Vaughn is a strikeout. So now 2 outs. Lennon Who. Two outs, no one on. So not a favorable situation, but a situation at that. He'll make the most of it by a slap over to third. And able to knock it down, and the throw in time. Almost on the snag there was Christian Mikulski, but he wasn't able to hang on. Knocks it down, throwing first in time. That's 3 outs, so 3 up, 3 down. Brings an end to the entirety of the 6th inning quickly. 4 innings straight between these two teams where no runs have been scored. Because of that, your Batavia Muckdogs still hang on to a lead 5-1. We'll be back for the 7th in just a second. Top of the 7th, here we go. Answer your question from the live stream. Are you going to be live for the fireworks? You won't be able to hear our beautiful voices, but you will be able to see the fireworks. We'll do the best job we can to get you the best angle. But we'll stay live for the fireworks show post-game. Now on the mound, we have a pitching change. Noah Nix. His day comes to an end after 2 full innings of pitching. So a little bit of taste of Nix as he comes back from the injury. It was a put on show, reaching upwards of 90 miles an hour. Quite an impressive feat, as well as 2 strikeouts. Able to lean on himself and his teammates to get the job done. But Logan Thomas, number 44, he's out there. And on the season for Logan Thomas,
Grayson, this is technically his first start in league play. He's been playing a lot against the Buffalo Diesel. He's been a pitcher for the Diesel. This is technically his first game where the stats matter for him.
as you can see, it will be his debut. He comes into a situation, no outs, top of the 7th. 3 innings of baseball left to be played. We're past 2/3. And a lead of 5-1. We'll see how his debut fares. First pitch, able to get that inside part of the picture frame. 0-1 count. Sent to Glenn Brooks. Sliding. Wow.
What a play.
Play after a play. We've seen it from both teams. But everyone putting their body on the line, lunging here and there. Glenn Brooks with a play will definitely make his highlight reel. That's an out. Just like that, we'll move on into the box. CJ Snuzz, that was Christian Mikulski in the box.
Grayson, Logan Thomas is another one of the sidearm pitchers that Coach Skip and Coach Grant have in their arsenal. He's definitely more of a guy that relies on his spin rate than his speed, unlike all the Garrett Beaver, who is very fast with his sidearm pitches. He relies more on his spin rate and movement to get the job done.
Could easily add Noah Nix to the speedster list. 0-1 count, though, for Logan Thomas. Inside, too low as well. 1-1. Won't be able to punch in that lower left. The 1-1 count. Delivery. Sent to Inman. Picks it up cleanly, throw it first. An easy put out. 2 outs just like that. And now up, Thomas Marcotte. Logan Thomas on the clean count. Can't get it. Down towards the basement. 1-0. Sent sky high to Glenn Brooks once more. A little more towards right field, but Glenn Brooks able to make the drive. And he catches it more in right field, but Glenn Brooks still on the play nonetheless. 3 up, 3 down for the Americans. And the defense for Batavia holds once more. Your score, 5-1 after the top of the 7th. We'll be back in a second for the bottom.
In support of the Batavia Muckdogs, we would like to thank these corporate sponsors and community partners. In support of the Batavia Muckdogs, we would like to thank these corporate sponsors and community partners. Alex's Place, Allegheny Farm Services, AmeriGroup, Arc of Glow, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Downs, Batavia Foot Care Center, Batavia's Original, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Von Traeger Auctioneer, Bourbon and Burger, Bright Path Kids, Bully Hill Vineyards, Burger King, Casella Waste, Salino Plumbing, Chaplain Valley Equipment, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Crosby's, Daily News, Dave's Ice Cream, East Town Beverage, Eli Fish Brewing Company, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Purell Gas, Ficarella's Pizza, Frank's Call Mr. Plumber, Freed Maxix, Genesee Community College, Geico, Local Batavia Office, Genesee County Chamber of Commerce, Genesee Lumber, Genesee Penny Saver, Go Health, Good Life, Graham Corporation, HB Hood, Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang and Sons, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Magaveros Automotive, M Power Agency, Next Era Energy, Northside Deli, New York School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Oakwood Hills, Oaka Milk Products, Olacy's, Overhead Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, RFG Associates, Skyworks, Stan's Harley Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Tompkins Bank of Castile,
Tonawanda Valley Federal Credit Union,
Toyota of Batavia, Trevor R. Rowley State Farm, Tri-County Auto Glass, Tully's, United Memorial Medical Center, UR Wilmot Cancer Institute, WBTA, Wright Beverage, and the YMCA. Thank you for your continued support of the Batavia
No intro
Muckdogs.
needed. Your count here, 2-1. Excuse me, 1-2. Fouled off. Rinse and repeat. In the box, Glenn Brooks. We've reached the fourth go-around of the batting order for the Muckdogs. Dealt the one hop to the third baseman to throw a first in time. So Glenn Brooks, even with the Jets, one hop is going to do him in. On the play, third baseman Christian Mikulski. On the catching end, Thomas Marcotte. Jalen David reemerges for his fourth at-bat. Had the bunt. Didn't go his way with timing over at first, then a single and a fly out. Sent straight to the third baseman. He's busy. The throw to first. Little off the bag. The tag. Little fight there. And they got him with the tag, not with the base. Almost it got there. The throw off the mark. Jalen David able to try to make an attempt. The first baseman, Thomas Marcotte, able to stay between the bag and David and apply the tag.
Yeah, Grayson, he made an absolutely unbelievable play to avoid that tag, but he just took a tumble in the end and couldn't get back up. But he almost was safe, and that would have been a really good play if he did get it.
Like I said, we've seen multiple players diving, lunging each and every way. Now it's another one to put on the record. Jackson Inman, 1-1 count. He's in the box. He's 1 for 3 on the day, an RBI single to his name. The 1-1, that one gets through the gap to right field. The hit gets Inman over to first with another single. Now up, Evan Brock, Mr. Reliable. One runner on, 2 outs is the scenario he's been dealt. First pitch, sky high to right. And it's located. Colin Price on the snag. Brings a very quick end to the entirety of the 7th inning. Just like that, snap of a finger, and we're at the 8th. 5-1 is still your score, no change. That's now 5 straight innings scoreless between both teams. We'll stay on air for this one. Jarrett, like I mentioned just a second ago, no teams have been able to find that much offensive success as of late. Had the hot start for Batavia, but since then it's been kind of crickets. And the same goes for the Americans. What do you think right now?
Yeah, Grayson, right now, it's just like, once again, the pitching has been absolutely dominated, and they follow the same blueprint that they've followed this whole run. They start off very strong in terms of getting runners in scoring position, and they score runs early. So then their pitchers have less stress. They can handle their situations that they're in with comfortable run support. And even the bullpen has been able to come in with no runners in scoring position, and they can just come in fresh, ready to go, and get the job going. This has just been the blueprint this whole year, this whole win streak for the Batavia Muckdogs. And so far, it's obviously been working, as right now they've climbed all the way up to first, and they still have this winning streak that they can continue after tonight.
We'll see that win streak holds. Right now, it's looking good. I'm not going to say anything more than that. I'm not going to apply any kind of curse to a successful team outing. But the pitching, like you mentioned, good reason for that. They sit at first in terms of least amount of runs allowed. That's 52. And also for earned, 43. Their ERA is also, or team ERA is good for first as well, 4.12. Strikeouts per 9 currently sits at second at 10.24. So the pitching is a big reason why, like you said, Jarrett, and the numbers back it up. But the top of the 8th is underway. Now up number 33. Excuse me, hold on. Yes, number 33, Ryotera Munakata. I guess I missed out on Thomas Marcotte's writing down in the scorecard. That threw me off. But 1-0 count. Apologies for that. Logan Thomas still out there on the mound. Third pitcher today for the Muckdogs. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Delivery here, and that's skied high within the infield. It looks to be James Quintero, who's able to get underneath it. Infield pop fly brings up the first out. Anthony Savino, he's flown out in his 2 at-bats. He's 0 for 2. Looking to change that first number to a 1, which would mean he gets a hit. We'll find out if he does. Fresh count for Thomas. His first delivery, little inside, knocked down in the catcher towards the dirt, 1-0. Pitch. Inman, a little overstep. And that's the first hit for Savino. He reaches first. Inman tried to prepare to get it quicker out of his glove, only putting down not his body in front of the baseball, but just his glove alone. The overstep, he seemed to slip, lose his balance, and down he went. And that one trickled out to left field.
Yeah, and also you can't forget it did rain today, so the dirt still might be a little dirty. You can see the black spots over in the field. That's some new added dirt. Kind of affected him right there in third base.
And the first pitch to Jackson Bauer, the leadoff man for the game, and he got a hit by pitch there. So that's 2 now on the bases. 1 out, 2 on, a second and first for the Americans. Now up, Dominic Zangardi. So this seems to be the best attempt right now that the Americans have seen in a while. They did have the situation where they had 2 men left on, second and first. Swing and a miss for Zangardi, so 0-1 count. But that was a while ago. I believe that was the 4th.
I think you're right.
It's the 0-1 count for Logan Thomas. Sky high to right. That one's going deep though. At the track. And caught. But the tag up from the players. Cutoff man. Evan Brock. And the huge snag there. That one at the wall. Kept going. That one seemed sky high. And I thought maybe Vaughn only have to jog back a few paces. No, he has to keep on moving. Tracked it down well. That's 2 outs, but 2 on, 2 in scoring position. The Americans, they can find a way to get this one in play. Into the outfield, grass specifically. Could turn this game upside down quickly. Strike 1 though from Logan Thomas. Thomas has something else to say about the plan I just gave the Americans.
And Grayson, right now, this is the best, like you said earlier, this is the best opportunity Niagara Falls has in this game right now. If you get a hit right now, you can get that runs that you need for the bottom of the 9th. As the second pitch here, called ball 1. But in this kind of situation, you're really hoping for that hit to hopefully get a little bit of run support, hopefully try to shift the momentum a little bit your way, give you something to play for in the top of the 9th.
1-1 count. Thomas. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Logan Thomas trying to add a strikeout to his name. Hasn't found one just yet. Inside. 2-2. Ganchow. Like you said, Jarrett, he's got the best opportunity at his fingertips. Should I say, with the bat in his hand. The 2-2 pitch from Logan Thomas. Went change up last time.
Oh,
now
yeah.
1. Strike 3. Brings an end to this. Top of the 8th. Strikeout, like I said. The first one for Thomas and an important one at that. Your score, 5-1. No changes just yet. And Batavia trying to add a little more of a healthier lead. They're up 4. That's still healthy in my opinion, but what's to say why not sprinkle in 1, 2, 20 more? Well, right now, 5-1 is your score. The Muckdogs hanging on to the lead. We'll be back for the bottom of the 8th in a second.
Hey man, welcome to Whole Life. How you doing?
What is this place?
Oh, don't worry. It's the best gym you can find in the Batavia area. Open free weights at any point, anytime. Don't forget, this gym is open for 24 hours. Don't worry, if you're not even just trying to use weights, you can use calisthenics as well. But again, official gym of your Batavia Muckdogs for a reason.
Where do I sign up?
Don't worry, let me bring you to the front desk.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
All right, Dewey, what are we thinking here?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great, how are you?
Good. Are you guys all set?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, what can I start you with to drink?
To drink, can we just get 2 waters, please?
Of course. And then did you decide on your meals?
Yes, we are ready, aren't we, Dewey?
Wonderful. What can I get for you?
Can we start with the Alex's Cut?
Of course. All right.
All right.
What else can I get for you?
Dewey?
Ribs?
Dewey will take Alex's famous baby back pork ribs.
Fantastic.
Try Alex's Ribs at Alex's Place, an official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
What you just missed, folks, due to the extended commercial, there was a leadoff double from Cooper Romick. Apologies for extensive longevity of that commercial break. Contract stipulates, but leadoff double for Cooper Romick. Puts the Batavia Muckdogs in good hands. James Quintero, he's up to bat. And that one, can it find the crease? No, but it will advance the runner. He's out at first. The second baseman from the Americans, Salcido, on that play. Cooper Romick, though, advances. He's now standing on third. Cooper Russell. Extra hitter. He might be a little sore. 2 hit by pitches so far and a flyout. Take strike 1. Still out there on the mound for the Americans is Mitchell Canuel. Outside. Won't find the frame. 1-1. Fouled up. 1-2. So if Canuel completes this, this will be 4 innings. They do have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Is the 1-2 pitch down low in the basement, 2-2.
And over in the Batavia Muckdog side, that is Garrett Beaver. He's the other closer on this team, alongside him with Eric Woodley.
Sent. Gets past the second baseman. Oh, to the outfield, and a runner brought in. That slap shot from Russell gets by the second baseman. He isn't able to use his body to block it. And that's a single and a run batted in. 6-1 is your new score. We finally have an update.
And out comes the coach right now. I believe that this is the end of Canuel's day. They do have a bullpen arm warming up. We'll see if he does get pulled right here. You do have 1 out runner at first, but that's the first run you've allowed right now. So we'll see. We'll see if he's still feeling.
No signal just yet, and given the fact that none of his infield teammates are coming in, I think this might just be a checkup to see if he can end things here. The umpire joining them as well. There's no motion from the bullpen. He's still warming up out there. I'm trying to get a number. The use of my handy binoculars, and
but right now, that will have to wait because Canuel is going to stay into the game.
Jalen Roque, he's back up in the day so far. Walked once, a strikeout, and a ground out. Still looking for his first hit, though. There's a hit over to third. Picked up to play a second in time to play a first. No throw. Gets the out at second, so that'll send Cooper Russell back to the dugout. Jalen Roque, though, will now stand on first. 2 outs. Kyle Vaughn to the plate. Bunt and a strikeout with a pickoff attempt there. No good, but a bunt from Kyle Vaughn, which got him a single. A strikeout off a wild pitch and a strikeout. Finds the crease. No, doesn't. The throw at second in time. Good snag from the third baseman to reach out, get that one down. And that will bring an end to Canuel's night. But one more piece of damage done. Your score is 6-1. Batavia, they're going to try to keep things there at that mark for the the top of the ninth. If they do, that'll be at the end of the game. We're going to see if things continue there. Jarrett will stay on broadcast. We'll stay live here. Asked you at the 2/3 mark. Now I ask you towards the end of the mark for this game. What do you think so far? What do you think Batavia just has to do here with the pitching change?
Obviously, Garrett Beaver is the pitcher that is obviously the second closer for the Batavia Muckdogs. It usually switches between him and Eric Woodley. Right now, he has a perfect 0 ERA, 4 appearances, 2 saves, and 6 innings pitched with 12 strikeouts and 2 walks. Listen, he just has to finish the job for the team. I wish I could show the home plate dugout over there. They're all getting going, jumping around too. Can't think of the song right now, and it's the one that goes slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. Cha-cha slide? There we go. You know, I just know the song. I just never know the song name, but we got the fans going right now. Fireworks after this inning. I'm very excited for it. Grayson, I'm going to take it back from you, seeing as we are getting ready for the top of the ninth.
There's a quick look at your scoreboard. Garrett Beaver again out there on the mound to open things up for the top of the ninth. Here we go. Baseball ready. Is the crowd, and so is this Batavia defense. We're almost done here. Six to 1, 5-run deficit. It's what the Americans will have to play too. Fouled off for number 11, Colin Price. Pitch number 2 won't be able to find the box. 1-1 count. Garrett Beaver, one of the 3 teammates with the squeaky clean ERA of 0.0. Can't find the lower left. 2-1. He's not allowed a run or, I don't know where I was going with or, but hasn't allowed a single run yet. He's hoping to keep that going forward. Fouled off 2-2. This will mark his 5th appearance. 2 saves to his name. The sidearm gets him. Colin Price sent back to the dugout for the first out. Strikeout.
That nice slide arm slider that just starts all the way from the inside all the way to the outside of the plate. That's just one of the advantages being a side armor with a lot of spin rate.
Miguel Salcido is up to bat. He's gone 1 for 3. The delivery is right where Beaver wanted it. He puts it right on the front porch. Strike 1. Outside. 1-1. The 1-1 goes to 1-2, foul ball. And there you go. That's strike 2. Little hiccup there was bad timing, but out number 2. 2 strikeouts. And Christian Mikulski is the last hope to keep this game moving forward for the Americans. Saw his 2 teammates go down to the hand and arm of Garrett Beaver. Check swing there, doesn't even matter. That's a strike on 1.
That was disgusting right there. Pretty much got him to fully swing right there, even though he didn't really want to at all.
It's the best when you can get them to do a check swing and they doubt themselves. Sent to Brock. He's able to get in front of it. There she does it. That's an end.
8 straight now, and the streak continues.
Your final score here in Batavia, 6-1. The Batavia Muckdogs move on to 8 straight games. 10-2 is their new record. And the Niagara Falls Americans have lost 3 of their matchups to the Batavia Muckdogs. The Muckdogs finding familiarity with an opponent, and it's looking strong for this long season ahead. Jarrett, we saw, I want to say a lot. We saw a lot to start. Huge blimp in the middle and then a good ending. But for the Muckdog side, it was a pitching strategy. Take me through that part.
Yeah, so you start off strong with Jake Sliz having another absolutely dominant performance. And then you have Matt Marsh, who makes that return. You have Matt Marsh that makes a really good return after weeks of not pitching coming. And then Logan Thomas, a guy who has his debut, who hasn't played an actual game other than the Buffalo Diesel. This was just a pitching performance kind of game, and the bats started off strong. So then the pitching can just get the job done. And now tomorrow they go back to Niagara, where they're going to play against them again. But right now, what do you think, Grayson?
I mean, there is a clean reason why this team came into this game with the first overall rated pitching pitching squad, bullpen, whatever you want to call it. That's a big reason why they won 6-1 today. And like you mentioned, those 2 players, Noah Nix, Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas making his debut, and I want to call this as Noah Nix's full debut. That first time it was an injury, first game. You can't really go put those numbers, what he put up against him. 2 new pitchers, basically, as I'm saying. And they perform like this, that's exactly what you want. This is going to show that they are going to be able to extend for the longevity of this long season. And it's going to play out in perfectly for them. Again, 6-1, your final score. Muckdogs moving to 10-2. Americans fall to 6-8. We'll take one last look at the schedule here. Again, stick around. We do have post-game fireworks. We'll be able to make sure we get the best angle that we can provide. But one quick look at the schedule. Again, tomorrow we're at Niagara Falls, so a little series will continue here. Then Sunday has been deemed a doubleheader here at home against Olean. We took one of their away games and we're bringing it here to Dwyer Stadium. That starts at 4:05 on Sunday. Next one will be 30-minute break, preceded by that, most likely 6:30. Both of those will be 2 separate live streams here on the broadcast if you're interested. Tuesday, following a Monday day break for all these guys. Tuesday at Auburn, Wednesday at Niagara, at Jamestown on Thursday. So 3 straight away. Fun fact, Muckdogs, they're 4-0 on the road. Buffalo, Friday at home, and then Niagara, Canada, doubleheader here at home for that rain makeup as well. So 2 doubleheaders in a week's worth projection outlook. And we got plenty of baseball. We're not going anywhere. Make sure to catch us here live on YouTube for all those games. If you would like, make sure you stop by Dwyer Stadium to catch a game live. But again, your final score is 6-1. Batavia Muckdogs, they're 10-2. They take home the win. We're stepping off the broadcast for now. I've been Grayson Natale. Alongside me, Jarrett Campbell. We wish you a good night.